and welcome back to the Single Mother's Life. If you are new here, welcome, and if you are old here, welcome. My name is Latarsha and I am a certified life coach. I empower single moms using the Word of God and life experiences to overcome fear and to walk boldly in purpose. In today's video, we are going to talk about the 4 biggest mistakes that we as single mothers do that hold us back from our purpose. Stay tuned. Check the description box below for a free ebook on overcoming fear and to get tried and proven single mother life hacks sent straight to your inbox. Right into this video. The first biggest mistake that us as single mothers make is giving too much too soon. I know y'all can relate. So you meet this guy, you meet a guy, and everything is going good, and all of a sudden we find ourselves cooking and cleaning and cooking, calling him first, making plans, not allowing him to lead, and then all of a sudden we wonder why he disappeared. It's because we as single moms, deep down we want a relationship, we want to be married. So when a guy come along, we can give too much of our time too soon, we give too much of our emotions too soon, and anytime we invest more than we should, then we're always left drained. And giving more than we should, it can definitely take a toll on our body. It can take a toll on our emotional well-being, and it can definitely prevent us from the good things that God has from us, because when we give too much too soon, then we go through a cycle of always being the giver and never being the receiver. And a cycle of always being a giver and never being a receiver can definitely make you want to cut everybody off. And you can't cut everybody off. You can't cut everybody off. So let's try not to show our hands so soon. Let's try not to give so soon. Let's be patient and allow, people to invest in us before we invest our all into them. The second biggest mistake that single mothers make is allowing our children to hold us back. Most of y'all probably watch this channel because I did a video on how I moved from Alabama to Texas with my son, who is 10 now. He was 8 at the time. That is one of my most popular videos. If you haven't watched it, then you could definitely check it out right here. There's also a link to the cards right here, so definitely check that video out. But I did that video and I wanted to show single moms that you don't have to allow your children to hold you back. Now, there is a time and a season under the sun for everything. Your child may not be at an age to where you can just, up and leave, up and move right now. If you don't know anyone in your new state, or if you don't have any help, you may not be at that place, but that is not a permanent thing. That is not a permanent thing. There were many years when I wanted to move, but I couldn't because my son was so young. I didn't know what I would do about childcare. I didn't have, the mind that I have now to solve problems. So that time wasn't then. But I didn't allow, me having a child to prevent me from leaving. I didn't allow me having a child to prevent me from chasing better opportunities or from chasing a better life so that I could give him a better life. And I think that sometimes, we as single moms, we look at our children and we think that we can't do a certain thing because because we have them. But it should be the opposite. It should be like, hey, I'm going to do this. I'm going to find a way to do this because I need to make a better life for my child. I don't know if you want to start a business. Maybe you want to go back to school. Maybe you want to relocate. I don't know what you want to do, but I'm here to tell you that there is a way. I don't care if you have 10 children. I don't care if you have a newborn. I don't care if you don't have a high school education. There is always a way to better your life. And if God placed it on your heart or your mind, don't allow your child, ladies, to hold you back from from pursuing better opportunities and a better life that's going to benefit that child. The third biggest mistake that single mothers make, and this is so common, is not letting go of our children's father. Ladies, we have to get rid of this bitterness that we have towards our kids' father. We also have to take accountability. Now, it takes two to make a child, but you got to understand that you picked that man to have a child with. You know, you picked him to lay down with and have unprotected sex and go against God, go against God's way for you, and to have unprotected sex. So you have to take accountability first and foremost, to stop blaming that man for everything. Secondly, you are not God, sis. You cannot control that man's finances. You cannot control what he do with his time. That's a grown man or a grown boy, whatever the case may be. It's up to him, to want to be in his child's life. It's nothing you can say or do that's going to make him change his mind. All you can do, sis, is to prevent yourself from stress-related illnesses and to prevent a cycle of bitterness, because your son or your daughter is watching everything you do and everything you say about their father. So, as they grow older, if you keep up, the bitterness, they'll probably resent you because they'll think that you're the reason that, their dad or their mom, if I have any men watching this, it's not in their life. So you have to let go of that man. Let him go and let God. Ain't that's what they say? Let go and let God. Like literally, let go and let God. So when my child's dad was here, my son is 10 and his dad was killed when he was 2. When he was here, I was so childish and petty. Like I would always threaten to put him on child support. There were times when I would ask him to help me, with my son's birthday party, a big extravagant party that my son was 1 and 2 at the time. He didn't even know what was going on. And I wanted to have him a big extravagant party, and I would contact his dad and ask him to help me. And, he wouldn't. He would. Sometimes he wouldn't even respond or write me back, or he wouldn't. And that just used to make me so mad. It used to make me angry to where I remember we had a full-blown argument on Facebook. Both of us looking stupid. Both of us going off on each other, telling each other secrets when we have a child together. We created life together. And it was so petty. And now that he's gone, when he died, I felt really guilty because we wasn't even on good terms. After that happened, he got killed maybe about 4 or 5 months later. And I remember before that, he had inboxed me and he asked me where Kingston was. He was like, "Where's King? I want to see him." And I said, "No, do you have his birthday money?" That was just a petty, childish side of me. I was just petty and I was trying to control him. I was bitter. I was trying to control him. And that's what many of you are doing. You're trying to control him because he's not acting the way you think he should act, because he's not spending what you think he should spend. Then you are bitter towards him and you hate him. And when I tell this story, sometimes a lot of moms be like, "Well, I wouldn't even care if he, died," which is like a heartless thing to say, but that's really how most single moms feel. And as I stated before, your children are watching you. Like, they're watching everything you do. They're listening to you talk on the phone to your homegirls, and you telling them like, "Ooh, I can't stand him. He did this and he did that." Your kids are listening to you. Your kids are watching you, and you don't want them to grow up and be bitter and resent you because you kept their father from their life because of your actions and your ways. So you have to let that bitterness go. You have to let that hurt go. You have to let that pain go. You have to, release it and allow God to take care of it. God will always take care of it. No man can walk this earth and not take care of their seeds without, God stepping in. He's not going to be blessed. period, because he don't even take care of his child. So allow God to take care of that, and allow God to, be your provider and your child's provider. And God will give you opportunities. God will open doors for you so that you're able to take care of your child, so that you're self-sufficient. But you can't be bitter, and you can't get in God's way. So let go of that man, sis. Let him go. The fourth and final biggest mistake that single moms make is we think that we're alone. We think that we're in this alone. One reason I started the single mother's life is I just want to be an encouragement and a motivation for single moms, for single mothers, and I just want to let y'all know that you're not alone. When we think that we're alone, it's like we can tend to go to a dark place. We can tend to pity ourselves. We can tend to hate our lives, and then we can tend to go into a deep depression. And again, our kids are watching everything that we do. They're watching us, whether you believe it or not. They're watching you. My son remembers stuff that I don't even think he remembered. He hears stuff that I don't even think he heard. So I have to take care of myself, and I have to keep myself away from, the pity parties. I have to keep myself away from the negative thoughts, because I don't want to go to that place, because I have a little one who's dependent on me and looking up at me. So you are not alone, ladies. You are not alone. And you have the most high on your side, on your team. And you may think that God don't care about me, God don't love me, but God cares about all of your pain. He cares about all of your struggles. I remember the story in the Bible. It was in Kings. I want to say King 17. Don't quote me on that, but just Google it. Because this wasn't a part of this message. It just came to my mind. But a story in the Bible about a widow. She had a son, and she didn't have anything. Like, she didn't have anything, and she was out, and she had given up on life, and she was out, and she was I think she was getting some sticks to make a fire, because she was going to make her son the last meal, and she said they were just going to lay down and die. She had given up on life. She didn't have any more fight in her. But God, he sent Elijah to her, a prophet. And Elijah, I don't know how to pronounce it, y'all. But anyways, the prophet, he said to her, make me, before you make your son anything to eat, make me something to eat. And, she was open to it. If that were me, I would have been like, what? You can't be serious right now. Like, I know that didn't just come out your mouth. You want me to make you, a stranger, something to eat before I make me and my child our last meal? You want me to feed you our last meal, and we don't even have another meal? But she didn't do that. Thankfully, she did what he asked, and God made sure she never ran out. So God is watching. God cares about you. You are never alone. He's always, going to send somebody to help you right in the nick of time. He's always going to change the situation, right in the nick of time. Like right now, I know that we're in this quarantine, and most, people have lost their jobs. Most people, hours have gotten cut. Most single moms, they're dealing with child care issues. They can't take their kids, in the stores with them, things of that nature. And I understand that my heart breaks, for it's affecting all of us in some sort of way. It's affecting all of us. But even with that, you can still see the blessing in this, because to me, it's kind of like a relief. I don't have to get up, put on clothes, take my son to school, come clock into work, and then on my lunch break, I got to go and get, my son and help him with his homework. It's just like a weight lifted off me. Even if it's in this moment, I see it as a blessing, because right now we get in the bed, we get up out the bed, brush our teeth, and he's at his computer for school, and I'm at my computer for work. We don't have to put on no clothes. I don't got to take my bonnet off. I don't have to put no makeup on. I don't have to put no earrings on. I don't got to do nothing. Just do a little hygiene, and go to work. You know, I ain't gotta leave the house. So to me, it's a blessing. Bills, you know, utilities not getting cut off. You got a little bit of leeway on your rent. You know, so to me, it's really a blessing. So I look at it as God came to a lot of our rescues, especially as single moms. If you were behind on bills or something, I look at it as God came, you know, to our rescue. He came to our rescue. So I'm definitely thankful for that. You're never alone. You never alone. If you know you turn your eyes to God, you will never be alone. So don't ever think that you're alone. You know, that's a big mistake that the devil always wants us to think, is that we are alone. But God said he will never leave you nor forsake you. But you know, you have to believe that he's with you and walk in his ways, and know that you will never be alone. He'll always work things out for your good. So I hope this video helped y'all. Don't forget to share. Don't forget to subscribe to help me grow the channel. My goal is to reach 1,000 subscribers by the end of this month, so that I can reach other single mothers, so that I can get this movement off the ground. So I love y'all. If you would like to book a 15-minute coaching session with me, then check the description bar, and I'll talk to y'all in my next video. Don't forget, if you made it this far, comment, "I'm beautiful, I'm bold, and I'm blessed," and there's nothing you can do about it in the comments. And I'll talk to y'all in my next video.